Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Introduction of the speaker. His Grace Premanjana Das is a senior disciple of His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami. He was a student of philosophy from Jadavpur University. He joined ISKCON in 3C Albert Road, Kolkata Temple in the month of April in 1986 when he was just 25 years old. From that time, he has been serving in BBT as a writer, proofreader, and editor. In Mayapur, he had been serving in BBT as one of the members of the editorial board, as chairman of MCS for Indian Community, as MAC member, and finally as the principal of Bhakti Vedanta National School. He is a dedicated preacher, always presenting spiritual topics in a very logical, scientific, and easy to understand manner. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for coming as the speaker for today's class. So we all will say Hari Bol 3 times and welcome Prabhuji. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So today's topic, as I am requested to speak on, is the summary study of the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Actually, the second chapter itself is a summary study of the whole Bhagavad Gita. And I am requested to make summary of the summary, because second chapter itself is the summary of the whole Bhagavad Gita. The last sloka of the first chapter, that is 46, text 46 of the first chapter. In that text, Arjuna, Sanjay said, Abo Mukta Rishikesha, Abo Mukta Arjuna Sankhe Ratupasto Upavishat, Visrijya Sasarang Chapam Shuka Sangbigna Manasa. Arjuna, he decided not to fight. He completely became absorbed in the thoughts of killing his kinsmen, those who are like his spiritual masters, respectable, and friend and relatives. So Arjuna was completely overwhelmed with the feeling of affection towards his kinsmen and senior spiritual masters, friends and relatives. So Arjuna already became very much overwhelmed with the feeling of affection, very much emotional. He became very much emotional and he decided not to fight. Then second chapter starts. Sanjaya Vacha. This is the first verse of the second chapter. Tang tatha kripaya purna. Tang tatha kripaya vishtam masrupurna kulakshanam. Tang tatha kripaya vishtam asrupurna kulakshanam. Vishidantamidang bacham ubacha madhusudana. So when Krishna saw Arjuna in that overwhelmed condition, was completely absorbed in the thoughts of killing his relatives. How can I kill my relatives? He was crying. Asrupurna akulakshanam. He was crying and both the eyes are completely flooded with tears. And he was very much emotional, akulakshanam. And he was feeling morose. And Vishidantamidam Bhakam, then he started speaking. Arjuna started speaking. That I don't like to fight. How can I fight with He gave many reasons. I don't want to enjoy a kingdom, number one. Number two, they are my relatives. If I kill them, I'll incur sin. There will be sins if I kill my own relatives. So in this way, he was putting argument against argument, and he was showing his unwillingness to fight. But Lord Krishna did not entertain Arjuna's feeling. Apparently, Arjuna's feeling and expression looks like very generous, very broad-minded. But actually, Krishna pointed out that the Arjuna's feeling was completely, it was not befitting Arjuna, personality like Arjuna, who is an Arya, who is an Arya. Arya means civilized. A civilized person should not speak like this. Krishna started speaking, chastising Arjuna. In the second chapter, Krishna, he did not entertain Arjuna's so-called, apparently looks like broad-mindedness. He's so compassionate, so merciful that he wants to show respect. He wants to show respect to his spiritual masters, to his grandfather, great-grandfather. So apparently looks like Arjuna is a good person. But Krishna scolded him, chastised him. Kutastha kashmalamidam vishwame samupasthitam anarjajashtam asargam akirtikaram Arjuna. My dear Arjun, how, how come you became so much overwhelmed with this impurity, kalmasha? Kalmasha means impurity. You have become impure by this emotion. And it doesn't befit a civilized person. Anarjajashtam. Anarjajashtam means you are not civilized. A civilized person should not feel like this. Asargam. And by doing this, you are thinking that you will incur sin, but it is opposite. You will go to hellish planet. You cannot go to heavenly planet. So that means your argument that you will incur sin, that argument is also wrong. That is also wrong argument. Rather, by not fighting, you will not achieve heavenly planets. In this way, that means you will incur sin by not fighting. Annai je kore ar annai je sahe, tabo grinat tare jena trina samodahe. If you tolerate injustice, if you tolerate wrong thing, then you become sinful. So, what is your argument that by killing your relatives, you will incur sins? That is wrong argument. Real argument is that if you don't protest against this injustice, so many injustice, Duryodhana and his company, they have committed to you. So if you don't protest as a Kshatriya, if you don't protest, then you will incur sin. So samupastitam. How we did Tatana. That on a stage, a girl, she to dance. But so people, and she told, I'll not dance. So, Nasta Ghumtatana, you are ready for dancing, but suddenly you are covering your face with some veil. So, in this way, Arjuna, we are ready for fighting. After so much discussion, so much proposal, now we are ready for fighting. And at the last moment, you are telling you will not fight. So, this is sinful because you are going to tolerate and forgive all these sinners, all these criminals. Duryodhana and his brothers, they're all criminals. And if you tolerate these criminals, then you will become criminal. Tolerating as a Kshatriya should punish the criminals. Now, the criminal may be your relative, criminal may be your friend, but you should not tolerate any crime. So Duryodhana, he committed crime and you are tolerating and you are telling, if I kill them, I will become sinful, I will incur sins, but your argument is wrong. Rather, by not killing them, you will go to hellish planet and you will not achieve heavenly planet. And akirtikaram, the whole world will criticize you. The whole world will criticize you that Arjuna is a coward. He did not, being a Kshatriya, he did not, he He tolerated all these wrongdoers. So in this way, people will criticize you that Arjuna is disqualified as a Kshatriya. Klaibbang masma gamaha partha naitattvayopapaddate shadrang hridaya darvallang tektatishta parantapa. Klaibbang, you have become important. A person who is really potent. Arjuna was a really potent person, but Krishna called him important. Why? Because you are doing something wrong. Klipbang masma gama patta. Don't undergo or don't behave like this important person. Klipbang masma gama patta. Naitattva upapaddate. It doesn't befit you. This type of impotency does not befit you. Does not befit you because you are born as a Kshatriya. You are born in a family of king. So how can you behave like uncivilized person? You should not behave like this. Naitattva upapaddate. It doesn't befit you. Kshudrang hridaya darvallam. That weakness of the heart you are showing, is very, very, it is a symptom of mean-minded person. It doesn't befit a person like Arjuna, who is born in a kingly family. Hridaya darvallam tektatishta parantapa. Just get up, rise up, and start fighting. You should not behave like an important person. So in this way, Krishna started scolding. Krishna started chastising Arjuna. Arjuna gave so many points. How can I kill my spiritual master like Dronacharya? He was master of archery, and Bhishmadev was like his grandfather. So how can I kill them? They deserve my worship. I should offer flowers. How can I offer arrows? How can I kill them with arrows? I should offer them flowers at the lotus feet. So how Krishna? How are you encouraging me? How are you encouraging me to kill my seniors? How can I? Another argument. How can I enjoy kingdom without them? Because enjoyment means sharing. I have to share my enjoyment with Bhishma Deva. I need to share my enjoyment with Dronacharya. I need to share my enjoyment with all my relatives. Now, if all the relatives are gone, how can I enjoy this kingdom? So I don't want. In this way, one after another, Arjuna is putting argument and he is thinking that it will be sinful if I kill my seniors, if I kill Bhishma and Drona, who are like my spiritual master. Then Krishna, he gave counter argument, defeating Arjuna's each and every argument. Krishna gave counter argument. Just like Arjuna said, how can I enjoy life without my relatives? Then Krishna said, yes, if you defeat them, you will get the kingdom. You can you can get a royal enjoyment, enjoying your kingdom. But if you say, if I am defeated, even if you are defeated, you go to heavenly planets. Even if you are defeated, you go to heavenly planets. You enjoy there. So how can you say, I cannot enjoy without them? You can enjoy in both the ways. So in this way, Krishna started defeating Arjuna's argument with many counter argument. Then Arjuna was suggesting that better I give up this fighting and maintain my life with begging. Then after that, from 6th verse, Arjuna expressed his confusion. Actually, what should I do? Whether I should kill them or they should kill me. I am confused, my dear Krishna. I am confused. So in this way, Arjuna, actually, he is playing a role as a common man. Actually, he was put in bewilderment by Krishna himself. So he was playing like a common man, that I am confused. I don't know what should I do. Should I fight against these wrongdoers? or should they defeat me? I am confused. What should I do? Then finally Arjuna understood that I cannot decide myself. Then he surrendered to Krishna. Karpanna dosha upahata sabhava. That is seventh verse, famous verse. Karpanna dosha upahata sabhava. Prichhami tang dharma sangmudha cheta. Yasya sannischitang bruhitan me. Shishastyahang sadimang tang prapannam. My intelligence has become crippled. Karpanna dosha upahata sabhava. Prichhami tang dharma sangmudha cheta. I am confused about my actual religious duty. So I am asking you like a disciple. So long I spoke like a friend, but now I want to surrender myself as a disciple. Shishastyaham sadhimang tang prapannam. I am surrendered soul unto you. So please guide me. But even though Arjuna surrendered, still he is telling, I will not fight. So in surrender also, he was not completely surrendering, because he says, I will not fight. Abhamukta rishikesham gudakesha parantapa. No jotse, I will not fight. No jotse iti govindam ukta tushning babuvaha. This sloka, this is chapter 2, text 9, is after surrender. Seventh verse is surrender. Karpanna doshopohata sabhava prichhami tang dharma sangmudha cheta yasrevasan nishchitang bruhitan me shishyaste aham. I am your disciple. But ninth verse, he is telling, I will not fight. So what kind of disciple? You are telling I am surrendered, but you are not ready to fight. But anyway, Krishna is merciful. At least you agreed to listen to me. So he started smiling. Krishna started smiling, and from 10th verse, Sanjay, he just made the link. So Vishidanta Sanjay, he was told that Krishna started speaking by smiling. So to eradicate Arjuna's compassion, and what kind of compassion? It is not real compassion. It is fake compassion. It is sinful compassion. Sometimes compassion can become, we know compassion is a good quality, very good quality to feel compassionate to somebody. But sometimes compassion becomes sinful. It is sin. Just like if I commit a murder and some army man comes and says, oh, I forgive the murderer, then that kind of compassion is also criminal compassion. So Krishna wanted to remove Arjuna's criminal compassion. It is criminal compassion. So Krishna wanted to eradicate Arjuna's wrong compassion. If not criminal, it must be criminal. Criminal compassion based on ignorance. Krishna gave him jnana after that, because he is influenced by ignorance. So Krishna wanted to give him jnana first, because Krishna is treating the problem from the very basement, from the foundation level. Krishna is treating Arjuna's problem. So he started giving jnana on soul and body, that we are not the body, we are soul. Ashuchan Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashuchananna Sochastang Pragavadangscha Bhashase Gatashu Nagata Sangscha Nanu Shuchanti Panditaha. Arjuna, you are speaking like Pandita. So this scolding, chastisement is going on. You are speaking like Panditas, like a scholar, but you are a rascal. Ashuchananna Sochastam. You are lamenting for something which doesn't deserve to be lamented. You are lamenting for something which is not worthy to be lamented. Pragavadangsha bhashase. But you are speaking like a great scholar. You are speaking like a great scholar. Just like nowadays modern scientists and philosophers, many of them, Prabhupada said, they are big rascals, but they are speaking like great scholars. So Arjuna, he was speaking like a great scholar. Pragavadangsha bhashase. But actually, Gatasun Agatasamsya Nanushuchanti Pandita. But Pandita, those who are real scholar, they doesn't lament for alive or dead. They never lament. They neither lament for the alive people nor they lament for the dead people because they know the science of soul, that we are not the body, we are soul, and soul is eternal, and we are only all individual. Individual. Natavahang jatu nasang natang me janadhipa nachayvana bhavishama sarve vayamataha param. This is verse 12. Chapter 2, verse 12. Natavahang jatu nasang natang me janadhipa nachayvana bhavishama sarve vayamataha param. Neither me nor you nor all these kings, we are never born, we are eternal, and we are eternally individual. We are eternally individual. Natabahang jatu nasang natang me janadhipa. And not even a bhavishama, it is not that in future we'll become mingled, we'll remain individual eternally. In future also, Arjuna, you will remain as individual, Bhima will remain as individual, Bhishma, Drona, they all will remain as individual. In future also, eternally. We are always individual part and parcel of God. Dehi nashmin jatha dehe kaumarang yauvanang yara tata dehantara praptir dhirastatra namujyati. It is chapter 2, verse 13. Very famous sloka that just like the soul from childhood, it goes to the youthhood body, dehi nashmin jatha dehi kaumarang yauvanang jara, and at the aged stage, at the end of one's life, it enters into an old body, the same soul. At the time of birth, it enters into a very small body, baby body. So from babyhood to youthhood to old age, the same soul is passing. Similarly, the soul which passed from childhood to boyhood to youthhood to old age, it did not get destroyed in this journey. Why it should get destroyed at the time of death, which is not destroyed throughout the whole life? Why it should get destroyed at the time of death? It doesn't destroy at the time of death also. So you should not lament for the soul, and body will be destroyed anyway. Body will be destroyed anyway. Body is a lump of chemical. What is the cost of this chemical that you should lament for a morsel of chemical? Should not lament for this body because it is very cheap chemical. And don't lament for the soul because soul is eternal, it will never die. Dehi nashmin jatha dehi kaumarang yauvanang jara tatha dehantara praptir dhirastatra namujyati. The real Pandita, Dhira, here Dhira means Pandita. In the beginning, Krishna said, you are not a Pandita, you are speaking like a Pandita. But real Pandita, Dhira statra namujyati, is not bewildered by such a change of body. Soul changes body from one body to another body. So a real Pandita is not bewildered by such kind of change because soul doesn't die and body will die anyway. Body will die anyway. So you should neither lament for body which is a morsel of chemicals. Who will cry for very cheap a morsel of cheap chemicals? Who will cry for it? And for soul, real Pandita never cries because soul is eternal. Then Arjuna might argue again. Krishna understands Arjuna's mind. Arjuna may think, yes, it is true that soul is eternal. Arjuna, certainly Arjuna knows this science that soul is eternal. But still Arjuna may think, yes, we know soul is eternal, but we feel unhappy and we lament for the departed souls. When some soul is leaving body, you feel unhappy. Arjuna might have argued like this. So Krishna, anticipating Arjuna's argument, Krishna, he is telling that don't lament for this. Dronacharya, Bhishma, they will get better body. If they are killed in this battle, they will get, now they are in old body. Bhishma have old body, Drona have old body, Drona has old body, Bhishma has old body. Now, if you kill them, then they will get better body, beautiful body, heavenly body. So should we kill anybody? No, because they are helping Duryodhana, they are helping a criminal, they are helping Bhishma Deva, Dronacharya, they are helping criminals. Here killing is righteous. Here killing is not wrong. Rather, not killing them will be criminality. Not killing them will be criminality. So in this way, Arjuna, Krishna is telling that don't worry for their body. You have to, uh, you have to fight as a duty, and they will get better body. Antavanta ime deha nitya shakta sharirina janam vetti hantarang jaschainam mannate hatam abhautau na bijanita nayam hanti na hannate. Huh? So it is verse 19 that Antavanta ime deha, verse 18, Antavanta ime deha, this body is temporary, it will die anyway. Nitya Shukta Sharirina, but the soul is eternal. And Jayanang Vetti Hantarang Justinang Mannate Hatam, those who think that I am killing a soul, or those who think that soul is killed, Bhautavna Bijanita, none of them understand the science of soul. Nayang Hanti no Hannate. Real science of soul is that Nayang Hanti no Hannate. Soul can neither be killed, nor a soul can become killer of another soul. So in this way, real Dhira, real Pandit understands the science of soul, and he performs his duty. It is not that because soul doesn't die, we should kill everyone, wholesale killing. No. In Kurukshetra, it was not killing like that. It was killing to protect religion. It was killing to protect right, righteous people. It was killing those who are wrongdoers. It was not a blind killing. It was not blind killing. Krishna tried so much. He even proposed that you give us 5 villages, although the whole kingdom belongs to the Pandavas. We don't want the whole kingdom. We want 5 villages. When Arjuna denied that, and he already did so many sins, so many criminal activities. He tried to unrobe Draupadi. He tried to burn Pandavas in Jatugriha, in Barnabat. He tried to burn all of them, including Kunti. So in this way, he did so many criminal activities. He mixed poison with food, with sweet, and he gave it to Bhima. Anyway, by Krishna's mercy, nothing could destroy them, nothing could destroy the Pandavas. But he was doing serious criminal activities one after another. So in this way, he should be punished. Arjuna's argument was that at least Krishna understood. Arjuna may think that attachment is so strong thing that even though we understand the science of soul, but still we feel attachment for the body also. And when somebody dies, we feel attachment and we cry. Krishna gave argument. Jatasyahi dhruva mrittur dhruvang janma mritisya cha. It is certain that everybody will die. Anyone who has taken birth, he must die. And those who will die, they will also take rebirth according to their karma. If they don't go back to Godhead, that will also Krishna say at the end of this chapter, that ultimate goal is to go back Godhead, to go back to the Godhead, so that we don't take rebirth. That is also Krishna says at the end of the chapter. But here, Krishna is telling that if you are born, you will die. Surely you will die. Jatasyahi dhruva mrittur dhruvang janma mritisya cha. And if you are dead, you will take rebirth. You will take rebirth. Tashmad opariharvarte. So it is unavoidable. There is no more option. Option is there, which Krishna will tell at the end of the chapter, that you can also conquer rebirth. But until and unless you conquer rebirth, you will die, you will take birth, you will die, you will take birth. So, tasmad aparihari orte natang shachitamar hashi. As it is unavoidable, you have no option. You have to tolerate this, which is unavoidable, which is unavoidable. What you're crying will do, what you're crying will do, if it is unavoidable, you have to tolerate. If you have to tolerate, uh, then who is real? Nashado vidyata bhavo. Then body is unreal. It will perish. You have to tolerate. Nashado vidyata bhavo, na bhavo vidyate asata. Ubhayarupi drishtanta stanayastapta darshibhi. So real Pandita, now Krishna is making him understand what is real Pandita, what is real scholarship. That you must understand that body will perish and soul will not perish. So in this way, under all circumstances, you should not get bewildered. At least to perform your duty, you must understand that soul is eternal and body is perishable. Avinashi tu tad vidhi yena sarvamidam tatam vinasham abhyashasya na kaschit kartamarhati. You must know soul is eternal, avinashi, and the destruction cannot do anything with the soul. Soul cannot be just destructed under any circumstances. And it is like a cloth. Vashangshi jirinani jatha vihaya navani grinnahati nurha parani tatha sharirani vihaya jirinannani sangjati navani dehi. When a person gives us his old cloth, gives up his old cloth and purchase a new cloth, is it a case of pleasure or unhappiness? Purchasing a new cloth and putting a new cloth is always a cause of happiness. Old cloth, torn cloth I may throw and I may take a new cloth. So that is good news. Good news. So why you should cry for new cloth? You will give up your old cloth at the time of death. Either you die in this war or you kill your kinsman, and they will give up their old body and they will get new body. Vashangshi jirinani jatha vihaya navani grinnahati naraha parani tatha sharirani vihaya jirinani annani sangyati navani dehi. You give up your torn out body and you get a new body, fresh body, heavenly body, better body. So why you should cry for this? And don't cry for soul. Don't cry for body. Body, you will get better body. You will give up torn out body, old body, like old clothes. And you will get a new body, beautiful body. And your soul cannot be killed. Nainang chinnanti shastrani, nainang dahati pavaka, na chainang pradantapo, no shashayati marata, nainang chinnanti shastrani. Soul cannot be killed by weapons. Nainang chinnanti shastrani, nainang dahati pavaka. Soul cannot be burned by fire. Nainang chinnanti shastrani, nainang dahati pavaka. Na chainang kladanti apo. It cannot be spoiled by water. Soul cannot be spoiled by water. Kladanta apo no shashayati maruta. And soul cannot be spoiled by air also. It cannot be spoiled by anything. So then, Krishna is also arguing like Buddhist, atheist. Buddhists are generally a kind of atheism. So no one lament for loss of chemicals. So the Buddhists, they say they do not believe eternity of soul. They think everything becomes nirvana. Nirvana means become void and zero. But in the meantime, I have some body, and this may continue few lifetimes, and after that we get nirvana. So Krishna says, even if you believe in Buddhist philosophy, that body is a bunch of chemicals, but these chemicals, who cries for a bunch of chemicals? What is the cost of this dead body? If even if a VIP dies, and VIP wants to sell his body, who will purchase VIP's body after death? Nobody purchases. Rather, all the VIP's bodies are either burned or buried. So in this way, body is not worthy. It is a bunch of chemicals, lump of chemicals, and nobody should give importance to these chemicals. Atha chainam nitya jatam nityam va manasya mitam tatapitang mahabahu nainang shochita marhashi. Even if you think that body is born and dies and soul doesn't exist, still it is Buddha philosophy, Buddhist philosophy. Still, you should not lament for this bunch of chemicals. Then Arjuna argued from the point of karmavad. So according to karmavad, body will terminate according to our karma. Whatever karma we have done, there is a term of enjoying or suffering our karma. So these Kauravas, their term will be finished. Their term of their enjoyment will be finished. And in this battlefield, their karma, the duration of their karma as they got human life, this karma will be finished. At the end of karma, everyone has to die. So this Kaurava has to die. So don't feel unhappy for this termination of karma. So let them die according to their karma. Let them suffer the result of this battlefield. Dweller in the body can never be annihilated. So the soul will not be, even if you kill all the Kauravas, the soul will not be killed. In this way, Krishna, from the root, he explained Arjuna the science of soul. Ashtarjavat pashtati kashchidayanam acharjavat bodhati tathiva channam acharjavat chainam manna sutlapena vedana chaiva kaschit. The soul is, it is a mysterious object. Somebody described the soul in a very wonderful way, amazing way. Somebody hears about soul amazingly. But even after hearing, somebody cannot understand the existence of soul. But Krishna is God. He knows the science of soul, and very compassionately he is explaining to Arjuna. And also that karma kanda, if I kill them, I will become sinful. It is karma kanda thought. Krishna says, no. As a kshatriya, you will become sinful if you don't fight. It is karma kanda. From karma kanda point also, from verse 31 to 38. Chapter 2, verse 31 to 38. Krishna defeated Arjuna's karma kanda argument. Jadrichaya chipapannang sargadaram apabritam shukina kshatriya partha lavante yudhamidrisham sadarmamapi chaveksha na vikampitam arhashi. Krishna is telling that you are a kshatriya, so your sadharma is to fight against the wrongdoers. Your religion, your duty is to fight against the wrongdoers. Jadrichaya chipapannang sargadaram apapritam. If you fight against these wrongdoers, your doors for heaven will be open. Sargadaram apapritam. Your door for heaven will open. So, even if you think as a karmakandi that you will become sinful, but it is opposite. It is opposite. Rather, by not fighting as a kshatriya, you will become sinful. Akirting chapi bhutani kathishanti te abhayam sambhapitasya chakirtiri marana datirichyate. Krishna putting argument from all corners that people will criticize you, that Arjuna is a coward, he is not a kshatriya, and a real kshatriya like Arjuna, sambhapitasya, is a potential kshatriya, Arjuna, with so much potency. And if you are criticized by your enemies that because of fear you have ran away from this battlefield, it is worse than death. It is worse than death. So in this way, abhaccha vadangshato bahun bodhishanti tabahita nindantastava samartha tato dukkataranke nukim. Your enemies will criticize you. They will speak unmentionable comments. They will comment on you very badly, which if you hear, you will feel very, very unhappy. So it is better not to run away from this battlefield. Sukhe Dukkhe Samakrita. Krishna is going higher and higher. He is giving higher lesson. In the beginning, he was telling about heaven, all these things. But now he is giving argument above heavenly enjoyment. Sukhe Dukkhe Samakrita Labha Labhu Jaya Jayo. Don't worry for enjoyment or suffering. Sukhe Dukkhe Samakrita Labha Labhu Jaya Jayo. Tato Juddhaya Jujjasya Naibang Papam Avapsasi. You work as a matter of duty. As a matter of duty. Don't think of happiness or suffering. Then Krishna gave Buddhi Yoga from chapter 2, text 39 to 53. Krishna gave Buddhi Yoga, intelligence. Work without expectation of result. If you think of result, you cannot perform your duty. Duty is for duty's sake. Duty for duty's sake. So this is Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga, Prabhupada sometimes explained as Bhakti Yoga. Esate Hovita Shankhe Buddhir Yoga Uttimang Sino Buddha Yukta Jaya Partha Karma Bandhang Prahasyashi. You can become free from Karma Bandhana, either heavenly planet or earthly planet. You can become free from all these things if you work as a duty for duty's sake without considering for happiness or distress. Neha Vikramanashasti Prattavayo Naviddate. That is actually indicating devotional service, which is Neha Vikramanashasti. If you try for it to please Krishna, to please God, then it is never destroyed and it is never diminished. So you should work without expectation of good result or bad result. You just work as a duty. That is Bhakti Yoga, practically Bhakti Yoga. There are two things, Nishkama Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Krishna said both. Nishkarma Karma Yoga means I don't want enjoyment. I'm callous to both enjoyment and suffering. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga means I want to give enjoyment to Krishna. Nishkama Karma Yoga means I don't want enjoyment for myself. And Bhakti Yoga means I want to give enjoyment to Krishna. Navashayatmika buddhi rekha puranandana bahushakayanantascha buddha bhavashayanam. So you feel determined that I must do my duty. I don't care for good result or bad result. Duty I have to perform as duty without considering for the result. And in the Vedas, there are many promise of good result, going to the heavenly planet, this, that. Don't care for that. Trigunna Vishaya Veda Nistrigunna Bhavarjana. You don't care for all these heavenly pleasure, because Veda means it is under the mood of three qualities, Sattaguna, Rajaguna and Tamaguna. But you have to rise above this guna and you have to become a pure devotee. That is actually second chapter is the summary of whole Bhagavad Gita. So the ultimate conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is to become a pure devotee, and step by step Krishna is elevating Arjuna to that devotional platform. Na shata vidyata bhavo na bhava vidyate asata ubhayrupi drishtantas tanayas tattvadarshibhi. So don't care for this body which will destroy anyway, and don't lament for the soul which will remain eternally. Just perform your duty as a duty. Duty for duty's sake. Avinashita tadviddhi jena sarvamidam tatam vinasham avvasyasya na kaschit kartamarhati. The soul is avinashi, so you don't care for this, losing. You don't think that you lose the soul because it is eternal, but you perform your duty. So in this way, Krishna gave argument, analogies. Nainang chinnanti shastrani nainang dahati pavoka. The soul cannot be cut into pieces. Nainang dahati pavoka, that I have already explained. Buddha philosophy, already explained. So in this way, Krishna is leading Arjuna to the ultimate platform of human life. Karmanya badhi karaste ma phalishu kadachana. You have right to perform your duty, but don't worry for your result, the result of your karma. And also don't think that you are the cause of your karma, cause of the result. Don't think yourself that you are the cause of the result. ultimate cause depends on Krishna. So don't worry for the result. If you think that I am the cause of my result, then you have to either enjoy or suffer your result. But if you think that God is the cause of result, I have to do my duty. I am authorized to do my duty. Karmani vadhikaraste ma phalashu kadachana. But I am not entitled to enjoy or suffer. I should not think like that. I am the enjoyer or sufferer because I am doing it for God. Whatever God decides, I have to do it. Buddhi yukta jahati ho vai sukriti dushkrite. So in this way, tasmat jugaya jujjasya, you become a yogi. Buddhi yukta, karmajang buddhi yukta. You work with intelligence and you become free from this moha illusion. Jadate moha kalilam. Now your intelligence is confused with illusion. Jadate moha kalilam buddhir viti turishati. Tada gantashi nirvedam satavyasya satasya. Then you become free from this illusion. Suti vipratipannate jadastashyati nischala samadha vachala buddhi sada yogam avashyasi. My dear Arjuna, you become yogi. Your intelligence should be connected with, ultimate truth. And you should not be bewildered by Vedas. Because Veda, maximum part of the Veda, explain about enjoying heavenly pleasure, material happiness. So don't be bewildered by Shruti. Shruti means Vedas. Don't become influenced by the Vedas because devotional service is above Vedic, above Vedic Karmakanda. So in this way, in the verse 53, Krishna said, don't be bewildered by Vedic conclusion that you have to enjoy heavenly planet or you have to perform some Karmakanda. Devotional life is beyond karmakanda, and you have to become a yogi, and you have to achieve samadhi, samadha achala buddhi, very fixed intelligence. So when Krishna uttered the word samadhi, then Arjuna asked, samadhi, what is samadhi? Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha, samadhistasya keshava, sthitadhi king prabhashed, kimashid brajat kim. My dear Krishna, you are telling about samadhi. Fixed intelligence. Samadhi means fixed intelligence. So what is the symptom of a person who achieved this samadhi stage? Sthita pragyasya ka bhasha. What is his language? Sthitadhi king prabhashed. How does he speak? Sthitadhi kim ashit. How does he stay? Brajat kim. How does he work and walk? In this way, Arjuna wanted to understand the stage of samadhi. Sri Bhagavan uvacha prajohati jada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmana tushta sthita praggas taduchyate dukkheshu anudvigna mana sukeshu vigata spriha vitarago bhaya krodha sthitadhiri muniruchyate sarvatra navisnehan praipya shubhan na vinanditi no dishti astasya pragga Pratishchita Visha Vinivartanti Niraharisha Dehina Rasho Varjang Rasho Pasha Parangdishta Nivartate. When you achieve higher taste, then you can give up the lower taste. In this way, he was giving example of Sthita Pragga, that he is never disturbed either in happiness or in distress. Under all condition, Labha Labhu Jaya Jayo, under all condition, he is not disturbed. And he achieve higher taste, he can give up lower taste. Jada sangharate chayam kurmanganiva sarvasha. Just like a tortoise, whenever it is required, he opens his senses, sense organs, and whenever it is not required, a tortoise can wind up his sense organs. So you have to become like that. But if you don't become like a tortoise, then your life is miserable. Dhayato vishan pungsha sangaste saupajayate sangat sanjayate kama kamat krudha vijayate krodhad bhavati shanmuhat smriti vibhrama smriti bhrangshat buddhinashat pranashati. If you want to enjoy life, then your intelligence, that buddhi yoga you are speaking about, your intelligence will be spoiled. But if you can become like a tortoise, if you can control your senses, and if you can get samadhi, sthita pragya condition, then you will not get bewildered by neither by Vedas, the Karmakanda section of the Vedas, nor by all these bodily concept of life. Then you will achieve kingdom of God. Yasha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Naita Yasha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Nainang Jatra Vimujjati Sthitashama Antakalayopi Brahma Nirvana Mrichati. In this way, if you can become fixed in Samadhi, you can become Sthita Pragya, you can become fixed in intelligence by Buddhi Yoga, and if you can understand the science of soul and science of devotional life, then you achieve kingdom of God, Brahmi Sthiti. That is the aim of human life. And in this way, Krishna summarized the whole Bhagavad Gita. So the second chapter is already summary, and I have tried my as per my small ability to summarize the summary of Bhagavad Gita. Now, if you have any question, you
Thank
can
you.
ask first.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Such an energetic, such enlivening class, despite your sickness, despite your old age. But you speak so confidently and so powerfully. Very, very energetic class, very, very inspiring class. So I request
Thank you.
everyone, I see that a lot of person from different parts of the world have joined. Like Shomika Mataji have joined from London, UK. And Mandakini Mataji has joined from, they're very qualified. Mandakini Mataji joined from Kolkata. Momota Mataji, thank you so much for your nice kirtan. And Robindra Narayan Sikdar, he is from Guwahati, but now he's at Mayapur. Vibhuti Prabhu from Newtown, Kolkata. So please ask question quickly. I request Disha Mataji just to tell 1 or 2 points what she has learned, her learnings. Disha Mataji is quickly 1 or 2 points.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Dhanyavad.
I learned quite a few things from today's class. For example, the real meaning of Samadhi, which is fixed intelligence. Then also Prabhuji mentioned about Nishkam Karma, which is performing your duties without any expectation of the result, like duty for the duty's sake. And also understanding that Krishna is the cause of the result, and if we think that we are the cause of the result, then we have to incur the suffering that comes with the result. Along with that, Prabhuji also mentioned about the soul, how it cannot be killed, and the eternal nature of the soul, and how we are part and parcels of Lord Krishna. So these are a few things which I learned from today's class. Thank you, Prabhuji, for your class. It was really very, very nice, and you explained
Krishna.
everything very nicely. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
Disha Mataji.
Shomika
Thank you.
Mataji, you have any? Yeah, Shomika Mataji, you have any query? Mandakini Mataji, you can ask please quickly. Shomika Mataji from London, Mandakini Mataji from Kolkata. You are very learned.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat
Dhanyavad
Pranam.
Pranam. Dhanyavad Pranam.
Prabhuji, if you could explain that how we can perform our duty, a balanced duty. What does it mean that our duty is balanced?
Duty is balanced. Can you clarify your question? What kind of balanced duty?
In one of the, it is given that perform your duty equipoised.
Equipoised means don't get disturbed. Don't get disturbed in performing your duty. It doesn't mean that, what do you mean by balanced? Because duty is duty. You just perform your duty without getting disturbed. Equipoised means don't get disturbed while performing your duty.
But Prabhuji, in our material day-to-day life, we generally get disturbed by while we perform our duties. So how we can focus on that without
Now,
getting disturbed?
now there are two kinds of duty. One duty is material duty. Material duty that you have to perform as long as you are materially absorbed. As long as you have material consciousness, you must perform your material duties. But when you become completely conscious in spiritual life, then you need not perform any material duty. You perform your duty only to Krishna, only to Krishna. That is very high level. That is very high level. In the beginning, just like Krishna, he is advising Arjuna. In the beginning, he was advising even heavenly pleasure, all these things. He was accepting. Krishna was accepting. Okay, you can enjoy heaven, but all of we know this is not the ultimate goal of life to enjoy heaven. But still, Krishna, he agreed with Arjuna that if you want to enjoy life, you go to heaven. So in this way, he did not discourage Arjuna. But ultimately, Krishna came to the point of devotional service. Devotional service means only to work, only to serve for Krishna, to make Krishna happy. And that is a very high platform. And there you need not care for material duties. Just like Prabhupada, he left his house. He left his house. His one daughter was still unmarried. His son was unmarried. Prabhupada left his house. So he neglected his material duty. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he could not perform his duty to his wife and mother. And in this way, there are many examples. They neglected material duties, but it cannot be imitated. It cannot be imitated. If you are already situated on a spiritual platform, you can spontaneously, naturally, you can perform your spiritual duty, ignoring your material duty. As long as you have material consciousness, tabat karmani kurvita na nirvidyata javata mat katha sravanado va shraddha javanna jayate. As long as you have material consciousness, you must do your material duty also. But when you are in spiritual consciousness, real spiritual consciousness, then you can become free, get rid of material duties. Then you perform only spiritual duties. That is ordered by Sadhu, Guru and Shastra. Am I clear, Mataji?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Mandakini Mataji, Shomika Mataji, please ask any question if you have any query.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my
Hare Krishna.
humble obeisances. Prabhuji, actually, Prabhuji, actually, I have a little confusion over that Buddhi Yoga term. Actually, in the second chapter, it looks like that Buddhi Yoga appears to be Nishkam Karma Yoga. However, when we go to the 10th chapter, it appears as to be the Bhakti Yoga. So how can we understand it? Like Nishkama Karma Yoga tends towards or culminating into Bhakti Yoga for simplicity purpose.
Yeah, Nishkama Karma Yoga means I don't want to enjoy. I am not the enjoyer. And Bhakti Yoga means Krishna is the enjoyer. Nishkama Karma Yoga means I am not the enjoyer. Negative. I am not the enjoyer. And Bhakti Yoga means Krishna is the enjoyer. I have to give pleasure to Krishna. In this way, step by step. First, Nishkama Karma Yoga. I am not enjoyer. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. You do your duty, but I am not the enjoyer. I am not the cause of the result. Krishna is the cause of the result. I am doing my duty. So I don't want to enjoy the result. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga means, okay, let Krishna enjoy the result. Let Krishna enjoy the result of my duty. So in this way, thinking Krishna to be the enjoyer is Bhakti Yoga, and thinking that I am not the enjoyer is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Am I clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Are you a further question? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
And Somika Mataji, you are left out. Shomika Mataji. So otherwise, wrap up the session because Prabhuji has the dinner time already 3 minutes past. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your nice
Hare Krishna.
class, inspiring class, powerful. We are very glad, and I have seen
Thank you.
that you recite the verses like Bengali verses because you are so much accustomed with the Sanskrit verses. So we also read like that, the Sanskrit verses by repetition, by practice and practice and practice. We also read like that, the Sanskrit verses like Bengali verses. So there is a beautiful things, Prabhuji. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. Vancha kalpaturu vaisya kripa devasya
Kripa
patitanam
Sindhu
pavanebhyo
Danam
vaishnavebhyo
Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Naman.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Prabhanjan Prabhu ki
Jai.
jai. Thank you so much.
Srila
Dandavad
Prabhupada
Pranam.
ki
Thank you.
jai.